All right. And a 5, a 4, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, y'all? We're back with another episode of the Revolutionary Storm podcast. In fact, it's episode 10. So today we have my brother, Stadia Revolution at S-Founder 2019, if I'm correct, right? On
yes,
Twitter.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So definitely hit my brother up. I'm just going to start the show by saying that right there, man. Hit my brother up. Make sure you follow him, subscribe to his channel, man. We do some banging content like this right here.
Every Sunday, son.
Yeah, man. So, Ray, how are you feeling today? We got to start the show by asking questions like that, right?
Ironically enough, I feel real good, man. I woke up around like 5 something this morning because I do that all the time for some strange reason. And then, around 7 o'clock or so, a female friend, one of them anyway, hit me up. Said she was at a
player in the building.
I'm talking shit. Don't
break it down.
Pay me no attention.
They know the Revolutionary Storm. They know how I could get at any given time, man. Break it down. It's real life, right? We adults.
Pay me no attention. She's awesome. She
said she was shout out to her.
She said she was at a breakfast spot and she asked me if I wanted to come. So I was like, what am I doing? Absolutely nothing. So like, yeah, let's go. So we went, had a good time, hung out afterwards, and just chilled and got to know each other. It was pretty cool.
So you do other things besides playing games and worrying about Stadia.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a life somewhat.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm looking forward to doing that again one of these days. And I think she may be listening. So shouts out to you for making my morning a really great one. And other than that, like I didn't game much yesterday. I got that Streets of Rage 4 and I played that a little bit, popped off a couple more achievements. So I think I got 10 now. It's 37 to get. Well, 36 because you get one for getting them all. So I got 35, 36. I got 26 more to get. So I'm still working on that. And then but yesterday was just all horror movies. Yesterday was just all horror movies. I watched Home, starring Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street, the original one.
Okay.
She played Nancy and whatnot.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, she's still doing that. That's what's up. So, I checked that out. Then I watched the other 2 Fear Street movies, which was good. And then I finished that off with Bruce Willis's new movie, Cosmic Sin, which is kind of crazy. It's a space sci-fi parallel universe alien invasion kind of movie. It was kind of interesting. But yeah, I've been doing good. So, it was a good time.
That's what's up. So I want to jump in and let the people know right now that we have another jam-packed show, y'all. In case you didn't know, every time you stop by the Revolutionary Storm, you're probably going to realize that these guys are serious about what they do, man. They just always have some very ridiculously fire, in my opinion, topics to discuss. And some of this stuff you might not have even heard about today, and we'll get into it. We don't like to jump the gun. But Rev, what we can do is we can go ahead and give a shout out to a legend that just passed away, man. Hip hop legend, another one gone, never forgotten, y'all. Let's go ahead and break it down, man. Who could we be talking about?
We talking about Biz Markie, the Biz, man. Nobody beats the Biz, yo. But that's it was really, really sad is that's three big names that we've lost this year. I saw a post from Chuck D on Instagram. He said he had a list, a whiteboard of names of different hip hop legends that passed away, and I didn't even realize that was that many this year. Yeah. So we had DMX, we had Shock G, who hangs on my wall right now. I got a picture with that guy. Did it? Was able to to rap with him. Like literally spit a verse with him. And I will always cherish that memory. And then waking up the other day to seeing Biz Markie is no longer with us was just sad, man. It was just sad. Man. That dude has so many classics, and the most underrated thing about that guy was the fact that his storytelling, that he did, and he told stories in a way that was just so real, like Just a Friend. the vapors, stuff like that. And then, but you know what really got him on? What got him on wasn't even rapping. What got him on was his beatboxing. From Marley Marl heard him beatboxing and was just like, who is this guy? And they had a relationship from in music ever since. I mean, he got to show it off in Men in Black 2 with Will Smith. So that was, I mean, there's nothing you can really say about that guy that's just not just worthy of high praise, because he was amazing.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And I could tell you right now, Reb, like the first time I heard songs like Just a Friend and the Vapors and Nobody Beats the Biz and all that stuff. I mean, make the music and all that, right? I was just done, man. And see, that's the thing. Why do we talk about hip hop and all that stuff? When things like this happen, it's just, for one, it's the right thing to do. Two, we were connected directly with these guys, when it comes to the culture and everything. So, a lot of these same individuals are gamers, like some of them do, like Snoop Dogg, for example, and so many more, man. The list goes on and on. Like
Just Blaze, that dude?
Yeah, of course.
that dude has
the rapper, The Game. I played against him on Madden, beat him twice. I mean, it's so many. So we're directly connected to this, man. That's why we're going to highlight it, and of course, why wouldn't we? Red. Why wouldn't it? It's a cultural thing, man.
A little quick thing that I was talking about when I mentioned Just Blaze, the producer.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was like Jay-Z was talking to somebody, and he was like who was this guy? He said when I first talked to this dude, I asked him, what's good with him, and said, why he does beats and stuff like this. He said, I just make beats to buy video games. And he was like, wait a minute, hold on, get this dude on the phone.
Wow.
So he if you've seen his retro gaming collection consoles, it's insane. It's insane. I've seen it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I believe you. So I'm telling you though, man, there's a lot of artists out there, a lot of celebrities that are in the gaming that you probably know already, and some you may not. But look, we got a jam-packed show. We just kicked it off by paying respect, man, to one of the greatest out there. Unique style, crazy flow, doesn't sound like anybody else. That was Biz Markie, man.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We're gonna keep on moving, y'all. I told y'all we have a whole plethora.
Shout out to MM2K.
Shout out to the homie at Stadia Dosage, y'all.
Yeah, y'all gotta subscribe to that dude.
Here's the deal, man. First of all, we got Two Bug in the chat, man. 2Bug313 in the chat. Jay Smith is in the chat. Christopher Torres is out here rocking with us all the time. Alex Billy is in the house, and I'm gonna be showcasing you all's discussions, pieces, and all that stuff, man. We like to make y'all part of the show.
Yes,
so as we go on, and I try to do 5 things at one time, bear with me, y'all, because this is going to be a jam-packed one. So we got some dope topics today for y'all. We got something that I know a lot of you are not even thinking about. So we're going to jump into the first one. Let me hit that button, man.
But I gotta answer Alice Billy's question. If Stadia was still alive, no, it's not. It died yesterday, and but we're gonna present some evidence that the people that declared it dead were absolutely wrong.
Oh, if we don't know already, man. And why does it sound like we have fun when you guys are always chuckling like it's funny and all that stuff, man?
Because it is.
When you come to the Revolutionary Storm, you know what kind of show you're gonna get. A lot of people might shy away from this, and that's fine, man. But we have to do what we have to do because the haters have fun. Why can't we have none?
Man, all right? They don't see. The thing is, Storm, people don't understand my petty level.
My petty, it's on a billion. It's infinite.
My petty level is incalculable. Look, they don't understand how petty I can get with stuff, and the stuff that y'all see I do on Twitter and stuff like that. That's nothing. That is just me playing around, having a good time, laughing at the stupidity. If y'all really want to get down in the depths of my petty, oh my God, y'all don't want that. Trust me, I have people mad all day long. And I just sit here laughing, having fun with it.
Yeah, man. And that's how I am, man. Sometimes I just smile, get a chuckle out of it, and then I bring it up in a podcast like this right here, man. And I'll let it go. I never get mad to the point where something ruins my day.
Stadia
Now,
Streams in the building with this plethora.
Oh, is he in there with the
He in the
plethora,
building.
man? That's my
He in
bro.
the
I'm telling you.
building.
Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. I got to tell y'all now that he's here. Hold up 1 second. Let me highlight this for. Hey, I thought he's in here. He is.
I
in
told
here,
you he there.
That's what's up. The homie is in the building, man. Plethora. You heard what he said, and he's not going to correct himself. He is going to keep saying plethora, even though he knows it's plethora. It is what it is. That's my bro. He can say what he wants to say.
It's the Fortune 500.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do?
No,
All right.
all good.
So we got artists in the building, man. All right. So we're gonna kick this thing off for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Yo. All right. So what games have you been playing, Rev? I'm gonna put you right on the spot, man. I know you've been getting these achievements. I've been watching your achievement scores and all that. You play games on Stadia. I think you play too many damn games on Stadia, bro. What is going on with you?
Dude, look. So Streets of Rage 4 just came out last week, right? And in the first 90 minutes, I popped off 8 achievements on that. I had to take a break from it because I had other things I had to do. And I got back on it yesterday morning for a little bit before y'all show, before you and MM show came on. It popped off 2 more. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna be playing that. I've been playing Caves in a Wild Mass. I finally beat the first boss on that, so I'm started on the second world on it. That's a fun game, yo. If y'all like the mix of Mario and Sonic feel, y'all gotta play Caves in a Wild Mass. That game is so awesome. Trust me, it's a really good game. It's on the Switch too, right? So if you have a Switch or you have whatever, you can get that game on. Get it. It's fun. I've been playing at Olympics, NBA 2K21. We got to talk about that 22 thing. And what else? What else have I been playing? I got to get back in that Tomb Raider. That's one of the things I'm gonna do. So y'all see me going through that because I gotta finish the second one and then I gotta start the third one. But that's what I love about Stadia. I ain't gotta worry about deleting the game to make room for another. And I can go back to it at any point I want to. Why? Because my game save is still there and nothing's gonna happen to it.
Yo,
convenience of the cloud, yo.
And you're absolutely right. Anything else you've been playing, man? Because I know what's the latest achievement, Ron, that you've been on, man?
Well, what is that? Streets of Rage. That's the latest one.
Okay,
that's the latest one. Like I said, I got 10 achievements on it already. I got 26 more to get. And I'm trying to grind out on those on the achievements on the Olympic Tokyo Games. Those are a lot harder because the baseball one is giving me fits, yo. People throwing off speed at like 90 miles an hour. They're throwing fastballs at 147 because it's all arcade,
Right.
So and then they throw like a special one that goes like 167 miles an hour. It's like it's just a blink and you miss it. It's not, you can't even hit that doggone thing because you don't have time to react to it. You don't have time. By the time he gets to wind up, you should be swinging because other than that, you are not making contact. And I have yet to make contact on that ding on pitch. But I got a home run hit off me, and I was kind of mad about that. So, but that tennis on that game, the tennis is where it's at, yo. And in the beach volleyball, those two are like my most favorite games on that game because that table tennis sucks. I hate it. It's fun, but I hate it. But yeah, the Tokyo Olympics, Streets of Rage, NBA 2K21 right now. Those are my rotation, and a couple other games too. So yeah, what about you, man?
Oh man, Doom Eternal, classic. I had to play it on every platform. I have it on Doom Eternal, major. You're gonna see. I'm telling you, some people are probably already sick of it, but you're gonna be even sicker. You might have to call the doctor and make an appointment because I'm telling you, Project Storm is going to be dropping a whole lot of Doom Eternal on PC, Stadia, and Series X, and everywhere else I can play it, man. Xbox, it don't matter. I'm playing it everywhere, right? That's how much I love the game. But Stadia made the game so damn popular for me because it was the first place I got my hands on it. Hey, Rev, no downloads, no installs, no updates. That stuff is real, man. It's not just catchword, buzzwords, and all that stuff is real. To be able to jump into a game like that, a Twitch shooter, Rev, and get it in the way that you can at a high level, at up to 4K resolution, 1800p to be exact. But I know nobody cares about that. Like people don't care about 8K. But speaking of 8K, Rep,
8K 120.
I returned my 8K TV because of you, bro. I returned it. I returned my 4K 120 hertz TV. I returned both of them, Reb, and it's all your fault, man, because of peer pressure, man.
First of all, don't you blame me for your don't you blame me for you did what hey, why is this my fault?
If you go back to the episodes, back to past episodes where I'm just trying to say 8K every time I hear an echo. 8K, he said it. Watch how many times he says 8K, right? Check it out, y'all. 8K.
Take a drink every time he says 8K.
So I felt like I was doing something too far in the future, man. Like I said, I can't do this, man. My wife's looking at me like, yo, man, I thought 8K was cool. I said it's supposed to be, but Red,
it is.
Nah.
It is not out. But what happened with TV?
Hey, but for real, the TV was excellent. But when I got it in my house and I learned that at Stadia, it makes everything look better because of the upscaling, including Stadia, y'all. Anything I throw at it, especially Stadia. Doom Eternal was so crispy. I know when I make the 8K videos, you all really can't tell. But on my end, it looks so damn good at 8K. I mean, upscale to 8K, 60 FPS fluidity and all that stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the Neo QLED models, man. I'm going to look at the Q900TS. I got to go up a level, y'all. So in order to do that, if I got to stack my chips and go up a level, now that I've gotten a taste of 8K, it is what it is because I can't go backwards, man. Now, with that being said,
Mr. 12K 240 up there. That's what we got to start calling this.
Next up will be 16K, but that's too far in the future, y'all. We got another 8 years for that to really be mainstream. Now, listen. So here's the deal, right? We do have a show. We're gonna get into it, but before we jump deep into it, we're gonna hit this right here. Bang! As you can see, I've already pinned a link in the chat to sign up to the Summer Community Championship.
Yeah,
if you don't know what the hell it is. All I got to do is tell you this, first of all, click that link. It'll open it up in a new window for you, no matter what device you're listening on or whatever the case is. I might be able to throw it on the screen. I know I had the link right here, so let me try to do that real quick, Reb. Do you have anything to say to the people in any chat? You want to highlight anything like that?
No, I don't mess with these people like that.
All right, that's what's up, man. They're only the best supporters we have. I know they know you're playing.
Alex Billy, it says games are supposed to be all fun. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Here we go.
Main Ether is up in here. He says, just coming through to say what up.
That's my homie, man. I got to tell you a story about PUBG a little later, and Main's going to be able to call out facts when I do, man, because Main was with me, so I don't have a reason to lie, especially when it comes to one of my favorite cloud gaming platform of mine right now, y'all. So I'm going to share this screen real quick so y'all could get a taste of.
He gotta share the screen, yo.
Got to share the screen, man. Y'all got to get a taste of this Summer Community Championship. Did I hit? I hit the share button. Boom. Oh, that's the wrong one right there. There it is right here. Here it is right here. Sometimes you're gonna hit the wrong button, man. I'm trying to do 8 things at one time. I don't see it, yo. Oh, you don't see it? I didn't hit the share.
I don't see it on my end.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta click it. Okay, I clicked it first and hit the share. There it is. Boom.
There it is.
I did that the first time, but I moved too fast. I moved too fast for this technology, man. That's why I need super space age technology.
Right.
All right. Here we go. As y'all can see, man,
Mr. 8K can't operate YouTube, man. Look at you.
Hey, Red, man. I was gonna get you an 8K TV, but it's all right, man. I guess you don't need one. Here's the deal. Summer Community Championship. If you don't know, now you know. Notorious B.I.G. Another legend.
No, now you know.
All right, July 2021. That's the month that it popped off. And it's still popping off right now. Week 2. We're going into week 2 with the Summer Community Championship.
Yes,
right? We have some great organizers like Jack Deslip. You might have heard of the brother MM2K, aka Stadia Dosage, is in the chat right now.
Yes, sir.
Clive Illenden and others. John Scar, big supporter, man. Retweeting everything he can see. That's what I'm doing.
Those guys, man. Shouts out to all of them.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. So it's easy to do the same thing, y'all. If you think something like this is appealing, hit that retweet button, hit that share button, man. Go over here, check it out, sign up, get your money. Up to $1,400 can be won here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Let me blow this up for the people in the back. And yes, I steal everything I want from M2K because he can't do nothing to me, man.
Exactly.
That's, you know what I'm saying? He needs me.
Grabs, man.
He needs me, man. So, but that's my bro, though, man. We need
can't do SML without you.
Hey, look, man, I can't do things without him. If y'all only knew what this dude do behind the scenes, man. Yeah. And I'd be like, Moss, man, you ain't got to do all that. And he said, no, Storm. what I look like, you know, you put in this effort and I'm not doing this right here and sharing everything that we gain together here on PNTS Network, man. Like what? So that's the individual that people keep talking about, keep blocking on social media because my bro gives his thoughts and everything. You know what I mean? Out here highlighting all the pros on Stadia and all that stuff.
I got to talk to you about that too. I meant to talk to you about that.
Oh earlier. Yeah, hey Rev, and going at all the haters, man, in a way that they can't even come back no more. So they got to block the bro, man. Like, can you imagine having somebody like that around?
Oh. You know what? You have somebody like that around, man. You got me. You know, they ain't just blocking ML2K up out in these Stadia streets. They blocking me too.
See, I forgot.
I be discovering new people that block me like every other day, man. I'll be seeing him looking like, Dad, what happened with that? I ain't even have words with that guy. You know?
Hey, bro, the company I keep, man. The company I keep, y'all.
Let me tell you, it's like people be sharing stuff for certain people, and like I said, I've never had communication with them, and I'm like, man, what is that? And you know, I go look at it, and it's like, oh, this person limits the people that they see, and I'm like, dang, what I do? You know what I'm saying? And like, I ain't even talk to this person.
It's all good. I mean, when you're calling out the BS, and that's what we do best. When you do that, man, you know,
I don't lose no sleep over it though.
You gotta have some pretty broad shoulders, man, to be able to face some of the stuff that we deal with. Only because we like a particular cloud gaming platform, man. Facts, we're telling people that it works great. We're over here having great experiences on multiple devices, telling friends to sign up, which they are doing. People discovering this thing every day because of people like us out here, you know, putting in the work and just really informing them.
You know what's weird about that though? What's weird about that is that, you know, and I'm not going to spend no more time talking about it because it doesn't matter. I just think it's funny. Is that the stuff that they tell me that they said after I ask about what it was, you know, I agree with like nearly like 90% of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so why'd y'all? Like one person don't block me. I know why, you know, and that happened way last year, but it is what it is. But you know, it like I said, it don't bother me. I just be finding it funny. But you know what? We out here getting this work in, and we out here, you know, just fighting the good fight. Because why? Because people like to take little things and blow them up into things that is not that serious, or take something positive and turn into somehow spin it into a negative in some way. Because why? Because they took something way out of context and you know, cherry picked something without the proper context, and then ran with that as the narrative when that wasn't even true. And you know, when we just say, hey, you know what, that's not entirely accurate, and this is why, that's when we get that block button.
Yeah, I know y'all saw me playing with the button right now. You know what I'm saying?
Cloud
like
Gaming Dad in the building.
You can't give me controls like this, because when Cloud Gaming Dad comes up in here, man, this brother right here is doing major things. Great supporter. And even though I feel so bad because I don't think I put his link out there when the Stadia was reached out to us. We're going to talk about that when they reached out to the content creators about, or the community about their favorite content creator.
His was there. His was there.
Oh, mine was there. I put it up there. I mean, I put it up there.
No, you didn't put. You might not have. I don't think so, but others have, and you know, that just getting into that real quick. That tweet was the best tweet that they've put out ever. By far. It completely.
But Red, don't jump the gun. That's in the banner. That's in the banner, man. I have a banner made specifically for it. We're gonna wait, Rev, and we're gonna jump into it.
I'm gonna hold off.
We got a fun show. Y'all can't tell we're having fun today, man. You're not going to catch this level of fun all the time. Sometimes we have to put the gloves on and get dirty, man. But today we're going to have some fun. So join in.
All about the fun. And this. You know what, Storm? You know why? You know why this is fun?
Why?
Excuse me. But this is our 10th episode, yo.
Man.
This is our 10th episode. We done 10 episodes. Like, can y'all believe that we lasted this long? We lasted longer than Stadia. We lasted longer than Stadia, man. Our show ain't dead.
I love it, Red. I love it. Hey, you know what though? Let me stop the show by saying Stadia is dead.
It is.
It is dead, man.
Y'all should turn in all y'all pro games.
It's so dead that they keep. It's so dead that they keep updating things like this right here. All right.
I don't know why. I don't know why they do it.
There's no real purpose.
Blog post. Yes.
There's no real purpose. So let me get that link. You know what I mean? And we're gonna hit that share button again.
Get some water. You go.
All right, do your thing. And if I lose y'all for a minute, I'll find you again. Don't worry. All right, so let me hit the share button. Okay, this is so space age, like space age technology, man. Space age technology right here, y'all. Let me hit that share button. This week on Stadia, boom. All right, here we go. So we already know that FIFA has been making a lot of noise, man. People are straight up just mad. Some people are just mad. I saw this tweet and I would have put it up, but I don't really want to highlight people. They might get mad. You know what I'm saying? Try to come at your boy's neck, and then the squad has to come back at him. And that's just going to get ugly. So we don't want to do all that. But FIFA caused some ripples, man, because it's going to have that next gen motion. Damn, I always forget the name of it. Let me go down because I keep thinking ISO motion, man. Shout out to Doc Dark and his homie ISO, man. I keep thinking of ISO motion, right? So here we go. It is called hypermotion technology, y'all, right here, right? Let me blow it up a little bit because this is what is causing all the fuss, man. Hold up. Where did I just blow it up to? All right, hypermotion technology right here, right? Now I've been talking about Stadia upgrading and the fact that they need to, and we're getting more into that when we go to PUBG, right? But it seems like Stadia is more than capable already of bringing features like hypermotion technology to the platform, getting Doom Eternal upgraded to the point where it's considered next gen. You know, with the next gen, the update 6 or whatever that dropped recently, y'all. That makes the game look so much better. So much better on this platform, Red.
Had to hold it for a second.
I had to, man. It makes the game look so much better, man. We also have games like Avatar coming up later on, right? Let me reduce this zoom. So we have games like Avatar and more coming up that's gonna take advantage of next gen like features and enhancements. Not only on Stadia, but Stadia is going to be bringing stuff like that in the cloud. Now,
significant.
Others might bring that technology at some point. I haven't heard much about it, but right now we're talking about Stadia. So yeah, Stadia is going to be introducing stuff like this.
It's amazing, features, though, right?
It is, Red. So I really want to get your thoughts, man, because people have already heard about the games. Now you're going to be talking a little bit about this one right here. So go ahead and take over, man. Your thoughts on FIFA first, then we'll go right to Rage 4.
So, the thing with FIFA and that hypermotion technology that they're only bringing to the next gen consoles, PC, and Stadia. Just saying, is
nothing else to be said.
It's a really interesting concept. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's gonna run on here, because I mean, if it runs anywhere like the way Cyberpunk or Division 2 or any of those games run on Stadia, I mean, then you got a winner there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the fact that they're just bringing it to like that, and wait, no, PC isn't even getting the hypermotion part. PC ain't even getting that. So
they're not getting it, and that's why some of the PC players are mad, bro. I think I might have dropped something. I don't know if I dropped it for you in the DM, but man, specifically, somebody just said yesterday. He was mad. Like
he was big mad.
Like Stadia gets this technology and the PC doesn't. Like pretty much like, how does that make sense? And I'm like, we've been telling you about this thing called Stadia for a long time, but Red, go ahead, man.
For a long time, and I mean, I'm surprised that the PC people ain't get it because PC is like everything, and I guess if you like your simulator games and your stuff like that, that's great and wonderful. But for me, I just never could get into PC gaming. So that whole elitism that comes from that, I couldn't care less about it. But I mean, I'm sorry, but you can always get it on Stadia. I mean, you already have a Stadia account if you have a Gmail account.
Are you sorry or sorry, not sorry?
I'm sorry, not sorry.
Okay.
And it's not even a brag or anything. It's just, I get tired of people, especially PC guys, and I don't know why, PC people would be so upset with Stadia in general when you can play Stadia on your PC if you choose to, and use mouse and keyboard if you choose to. So I don't see why people they get so up in arms about it. It's not like somebody's going to come and confiscate your $2,500 air water cooled air fan hand blown Egyptian models PC tower and stealing away. I'm sorry.
It's cool to build PCs like that, man. I remember I have one. It's not that super.
No. See, I like PCs. I like the colors and stuff that people put in, LEDs and everything like that. I just don't like Windows, so I can't even deal with it. I don't like it because it's just nope. I only use it for work.
Assuming you're a Mac dude.
I am a Mac dude. I've been a Mac dude since the Mac G3 days. I've used a G3, had a G4, had a G5, Intel Macs, and now I got my MacBook Pro. And this thing is built from mid 2012 and it's still running like it was built yesterday. So yeah. So like I say, I'm a Mac guy always, and I have no need for a PC. If I get one, great. If I don't, it's no sweat off my back. Do I like going to Best Buy and places like that and looking at all the builds and stuff that they make of them? Yes, great. But I do not want to use Windows, Edge, any of that stuff. I'm good, man. I'm all right. I like Chrome, and I like just Mac OS. I'm sorry. But the only thing, the downside is the gaming. You can't do that really on those.
Yeah, how's the Stadia performance though? Streaming and all that.
Stadia is fine. Stadia is fine. I use it on there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And it runs really, really well on my Mac, on my old, damn near 10-year-old Mac. So I have no issue with it. But anyway, getting into the FIFA thing, it looks like it's going to be a really fun game. Again, FIFA 21 was good, and I'm glad that it finally made its way to the platform. And, so getting an enhanced version of that is, this time around, day and date with everywhere else. Yeah, that's exciting. And, if you wanted the pre-orders up there now, go get it. And I got mine in. So I'm all for it. Now I wish they would have done that with Madden, put the next gen features on Madden for Madden 22, but they didn't. So whatever.
Well, what about the Streets of Rage, man? FIFA 22 is going to be something that I'm definitely going to be looking at copping day one, just like I did for FIFA 21. That was on sale, by the way. This one right here, next gen like features. Come on, man. Your boy's going to have to try that out day one. Now, one thing I do wish is that we had EA Play or something like that, EA Access or whatever the case is to get that.
That's going to come eventually.
To get that discount, man, because I'm telling you, $53.99 looks better than $60.99 US.
Definitely.
And I'm telling y'all right now, man, like that's one thing. Rev, I think it's in the works, man. I think it's coming up down the road sometime. But what about Streets of Rage 4, bro?
Streets of Rage 4 is fun. If y'all don't get it, you should. If y'all don't have it, y'all should go get that. The beat 'em up genre of video games is sorely lacking on here. We got Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and that's pretty fun. We got a couple fighting games and whatnot. If you want to count Dragon Ball Xenoverse as a beat 'em up, I guess you could do that. But it's more, it's really not. But a straight just walk through side scrolling beat 'em up like from back in the days, because this used to be like a Sega Genesis game. You know what I'm saying? And as a Nintendo guy, I didn't play it a lot, because I was always playing my Nintendo or my Super Nintendo. But I did play, Streets of Rage 2 and stuff like that, back in the day, because my friends had and they just loved it, because anything the Genesis put out was just gold to them.
Yeah, it was. Alter Beast, for example, gold.
Alter Beast was all right. I didn't feel that game, but people loved it. People loved that game. I just didn't get it. But like I say, I was a Nintendo guy, so I had a little bit of a slant and a bias towards it. But when they had a great game on the Genesis or something like that, I would get my time in on it. But Streets of Rage was that game that you just walk through, play, just mindless button mashing, couple of combos here and there, and just get frustrated because some of the enemies just gang up on you and whatnot, man. But it's so much fun, especially when you finally get to beat those. Like when you get to that mid boss that first time, and he's just like super hard for no reason at all, and then you finally get that lick on him when your energy, when your health is just like an inch away from you having to start the whole thing over. Yeah, it's just satisfying, man. So in Streets of Rage 4, they captured all of that, and they made it so much fun. Now the thing that I don't like is a lot of these enemies take to the air, and if you're already in the middle of knocking somebody with a combo, and somebody off the from like the other side of the screen just jumps in the air and hits you and knocks you down, or you get up and you try to time their move, and next thing you know they're in the air before you. It's like, or these other guys, they'll just run through and they'll just charge at you, and you can't do anything to stop them. Sometimes that's annoying, but that's just part of the game. And
right.
So you just have to just learn how to counter that, or just be that much faster and get a step ahead of them. So, but yeah, I'm at this point where you get to this series of rooms where they send one enemy at you, but it's like 20 of them in waves, but it's the same enemy, and they have like different weapons or whatever. But I got to the second room of that, and wow, it's hard, because when you think you got a handle on it, they send one enemy out, and then they send like 10, 15 behind them, and you're just like, oh my God. And you just get overwhelmed before you even realize it.
Right.
You don't get a chance to like restore your health or nothing like that. But it's a pattern to it, as with everything. So you just have to just recognize the pattern, and then you can survive it. But when you first run through it, it's like, damn, it's a lot of them. Fuck.
Yeah.
And but let me tell you, if you haven't picked up Streets of Rage 4, I'm telling you right now, you should go ahead and do that, because that game is fun. That game is so much fun.
And I may have to just go ahead and do it, Rev. I haven't played one since the original, so I'm just going to let you know straight up. Right now. I might have to do it. But also, Stadia Pro value. Don't forget about it, people. I'm not telling y'all not to copy the game. See, here's the thing about Stadia Pro, and I want to get your thoughts real quick, Rev, then we'll go to Marvel Avengers, right?
Let's do it.
But the thing about Stadia Pro that I'm learning is that it's a phenomenal value, right? Because of all the games you get and all that stuff, Rev. But then every now and then, they might throw a game like Streets of Rage 4 in Pro. Now, some people might get upset about that. You know what I mean? I don't get upset about that,
because just means more people get the chance to play it. To me,
it gives me more of an incentive to keep paying my $9.99 a month USD for Stadia Pro, bro. Because you never know, Streets of Rage 4 could be there. Now, if it doesn't hit, and I really want to play the game, I could just buy it. Or if I decide to buy the game first, I have it early. I have it before everybody else is trying to wait for it to land in Pro. So I think either way, it's not a bad thing to me, man.
Yeah. I don't care. Like if it goes Pro, like in a couple months down the line, I don't care. I think they have learned a lesson about releasing a game for pay and then making it Pro like 2 weeks later.
Right.
That happened a couple times last year, and it was just like a lot of outrage. I think Tomb Raider was one of the first games that had that happen, and people, even though it was like $10 that people got refunded. I mean, I got it refunded, and I just got the Pro version, because there was no need to, whatever. Yep. But they're not going to do that fast. I think there was. It's been a while since that's happened. But anyway, looking at what you got on the screen now with Marvel's Avengers, I'm so looking at that game now with that price. I'm
gonna have to do it.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it today. I got to do I got to get my side hustle on, and to get the money up, and then do it, because I got other things I have to do. But for $24 for that game. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like
I'm gonna do it, and there's no shame. There's no reason why I shouldn't do it. I don't care. I saw enough people play it, man. Shout out to Club Stadia, man. I saw Brian play it. I saw so many different people playing the game by now. My son has it on PS4.
Yeah.
It looks like a pretty good game, especially for $24. If I'm wrong, somebody save me some money and let me know if I'm wrong.
$23.99. So
that's right.
It's a penny shy of $24. I mean, who's gonna?
Oh yeah. Well, technically, it's $23.99, y'all. You save a penny, right? But either way, it's a hell of a game. I think that should be. Oh, man, Ether, my dog just said it's free on Game Pass.
Yeah, but
that right there, Ashes.
Yeah, but
Ashes,
that was a while though.
I knew Ashes was gonna say something because that's my bro, man. He's over there on the Game Pass and all that stuff, man. Game Pass, phenomenal value, Rev. I don't know how you feel about it, but it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, Game Pass is what it is. It's good for those Xbox guys. But the thing about Game Pass is that the games don't stay there. So they're there for for the while that they're there, and that's great. But after they're gone, they're gone. So I mean, but like I say, at least with the idea of you getting a discount on the game, a steep discount on the game, like more than half off. You purchase it for that little bit amount of money, and it's yours. You ain't got to worry about it leaving. Or even if they put Avengers in Stadia Pro, right, as opposed to like Game Pass or whatever. Once you claim it in Pro, it's yours. As long as your sub is active. But eventually, it's gonna leave Game Pass. It's not gonna be there till forever. But I still got the first games that were on Stadia Pro when it launched in 2019, and that was on Destiny 2, the collection, and Samurai Showdown. Those are still in my collection to this day. And that was almost 2 years ago. Are games gonna stay in Game Pass that long? I don't know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've been missing.
But shouts out to Game Pass though, because that's still a great thing that Microsoft is doing for its users.
Damn, I've been missing a lot of chat. I haven't seen the notifications pop up like that, man. You all have been saying so much more than what I could keep up with right now, obviously, because I see, with StreamYard, you can see the comments as they pop up real time, right? So let me go ahead and catch up on what you all are saying so people can see what your thoughts are during the show, right? When they go back and watch in the VOD format. So give me a second, y'all. Bear with me here. Let me just cycle through all of this right here. And then Red. So I don't own the game yet. You don't own the game yet, right? Is there anything that made you shy away from Marvel Avengers? Because there was some hoopla at first, man. I remember.
No, actually, no. There was nothing that made me shy away from the game. I just never picked it up. And it wasn't that I wasn't interested in it. I am. But in general, I'm not a Marvel guy. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I just had to go run out and grab it, but it wasn't, for no reason that they're, I know that they had some bugs early. They fixed that. The game was delayed last year. Yeah. We know, but there was no particular reason why I didn't have it. I just never, I just never picked it up. You know what I'm saying? But with this sale price, it's tempting now.
I'm definitely gonna cop it. Don't make me do it live. Don't make me do it live on air because I
actually want to do it because I share games with my son. So I think he would like to play the game because he's more of a Marvel guy than I am. I'm a DC guy, so I want to get some DC characters on games on here. Warner Brothers, are you listening? Are you listening?
Shout out to Nerf Report.
Shout out to Nerf Report.
Speaking of Nerf Report, man, he did a hell of a video on the game that we're going to talk about later that's coming to Stadia that you all probably didn't even hear about until
I have heard about it because you know what? I follow Nerf Report. I remember when he first reported on it.
I'm talking about outside of Nerf Report. You know what I mean? You probably didn't hear about it because I damn sure didn't myself.
Shout out to Brian Chappelle. In March when he talked about it the first time. I remember that.
Yeah, I do too. I
watched that video.
Yeah, but I think now honestly that might have been one I skipped somehow, some way. I don't know. Like
I'll watch every single one of them.
Dude broke down a lot of videos, like when he went to Hawaii and all that stuff. He's playing Stadia out there. Stadia out in Hawaii, unsupported territory, y'all. This is what we're talking about. High levels
crappy internet.
Weak.
Crap internet, and only problem he had was the phone.
Yeah,
that was looking really choppy and all. But the TV version was pretty good.
I hope my homie
crappy hotel internet.
I hope the brother Main Ether is still in the chat because he's gonna be able to confirm what I'm saying right here when it comes to this next topic, y'all. Now, some things we have to break down. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and share the screen, y'all. Get ready for it. because I'm going to give my honest take on this the game, that latest update, and my performance.
Storm's about to get in his bag, yo.
I'm not going to get in my bag because
He's
it's
about to get in his
PUBG.
bag.
I love PUBG, and I love
don't listen
Stadia.
to him.
I love Stadia even more, but we got to get into this right here, man. Where's Maine at? Where's my brother in real life, man?
Man, he right there.
My dog. All right, so check it out. PUBG. Yeah, I know how I feel about the game. Shout out to Sounds of Stadia, by the way, who hosted a phenomenal tournament, and I was out there with my squad.
Streets of Rage is he was saying Streets of Rage is free on Game Pass. That's great. I mean, the game has been out for a while, on other platforms. It just released on Stadia.
Okay.
So, but for the price that it was, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I paid that and it was fine.
All right, well, there it is. Here, and you know what else is fine? PUBG. But you know what wasn't fine? My performance yesterday when I first booted up the game. Now, shout out to Project Kill. I don't know if he's out here lurking or whatever. The brother said he was going to stop by. That's also my brother in real life, man. They didn't pop by. I mean, he didn't pop by yet. So listen, PUBG is what we do. In the building. That's what's up. So we play a lot of pub, man. I have hundreds of, like over 600 total dinners combined across different platforms, Red. Stadia, PC. PlayStation. Hey, listen, bro, I could prove it. You want me to pull it up, man, for the people? Xbox, I have over almost 600 dinners alone on Xbox, man.
I'm messing with you.
So check this out, right? Now, recently, I've been struggling when it comes to the solos, man. Solo game is just hard, man. You got these console boys out here. Some of them might have that super controller. You know what I'm talking about? They might have that super controller, man. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I haven't been getting no dinners. But update 12.2 came out this week, and I was very excited for it because it introduces a new map called Tygo or something like that. Tygo, Taego, Tygo, right? Mm-hmm. A hell of a map. It's beautiful. It's lush. You know what I'm saying? Nice landscape. When you jump out the plane, everything just looks beautiful. You get on the ground, land in these nice fields and everything. There's mud with real reflections from the sun. It's so much going on. It's eye-popping. But guess where that's eye-popping at? PC.
Mm-hmm.
PC. High to ultra settings, right? Now, I said, okay, yeah, man, Stadia eventually is going to get it. I was looking for it. It didn't drop, man. I went over to Series X. All right. I realized it was out. I jumped on Series X. Mm-hmm. It looked good over there. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, these games are running at like very low to medium settings on the consoles. That means the PS5, the Series X, and Stadia. Right. And I'm like, okay, Stadia has enough power, man. I know they could probably get high settings out of it, but Red, we all know it comes down to the developers and what they want to do. Because we know the next gen consoles,
and how they feel their game would best run.
Absolutely, bro. We know the next gen consoles and Stadia can handle PUBG at high settings. We had to know based on the technology that's powering these platforms, right?
Exactly.
But bro, it was not a good experience. I mean, there was something janky going on. It was the only game. It was the only game on Stadia. Got to keep it real. The only game on Stadia. I had to read, your connection is failing. I mean, whatever, is going to disconnect soon. I got that message, and I was like, yo, the quality just wasn't there. It just didn't pop like it had in the past. So I don't know if there's something.
They messed up something in the patch.
Maybe, and it was the only game. I jumped on Doom Eternal, no problem. Destiny 2, no problem. It was only PUBG. Now, later on, after I tweaked a couple things, power cycle my router and all this stuff, man, came back. I didn't really have that issue. However, the game still looked bland and weak, bro. Like it lost some detail. Now I know I'm on a different TV. Maybe that has something to do with the appearance of it all, Red. But what about the performance, man? The performance was not good. It was like hiccups. There was some lag. So if you all are experiencing that, know that Project Storm, Main Ether, Project Kill, we all experience some of the same thing. And I had to put it out there so that the developers know, so that we could bring awareness or whatever to the issue, because we all want to play that pub, especially on the go. Somewhere like Google Stadia up to 4K 60, that consoles are still not even hitting yet when it comes to resolution. Now, not to say that the games don't look good on consoles, because it does, and it definitely feels better to play it than on Stadia. I got to keep it real. It feels better that when you could set your console to 120 hertz and stuff like that. This is why, Rev, and I'm going to pass it to you, and I don't care what you got to say after this.
I ain't got nothing on this.
This is why I keep pushing for Stadia to upgrade when they can, and when they do, announce it to me. Announce it to Main Ether.
Announce it to you personally.
Announce it to me, Main Ether, and Project Kill, because I know for a fact that we care about it more than anybody else I know. We care about this stuff, right? So announce it for us, please, when y'all do the updates to the to Stadia in the future now, because we really need that performance to be more on par with these next gen consoles at least or better.
We know that it's running, at like double the settings in the on the server side.
Yeah, kicking ass.
So whatever's happening with the game in this latest patch is most likely patch specific.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, it's probably something that they didn't catch when they were doing their QC,
Right.
So if more people make the devs and the publisher aware of the situation, then something could get resolved, because that's not cool. If you let something linger, like you don't want to be on the want to be on the Square Enix side where Final Fantasy, what was that, 15 or whatever that's on there, was just broken for a long time, and they just didn't fix it, and people just decided to either refund it or just not even play it anymore. So, because
hold on, I gotta stop the show. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do this, man. Angel, la 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 la. That's how we do things when Angel comes through, man. I just need y'all to know that. It might have scared the hell out of you, Red.
Oh,
go ahead and continue.
I thought you was about to bust out the Angela Lynn.
Little Miss Angel. Hey, y'all better subscribe to her channel when she be playing this Call of Duty and these games, PUBG and all that. We're talking about PUBG right now, y'all. Check out Little Miss Angel. Sub to her channel. She's one of the first people. She's one of the first people to keep it real and sub to your boy, man. She and pop by and show love and help me with my streams, the audio and everything, man. I never forget when I almost blew her eardrum out. Man. She had the headset on. It was like, damn, Project, what's that noise? I said, yo, I'm sorry, it's Elgato. But yeah, shout out to Little Miss Angel, man. Check her out, y'all.
Yeah. That's what's up.
But I hope you remember your thought, Red.
Oh, like I say, look, all I'm saying is, if there's a problem with the game, hit the developers up and just let them know what's going on. Try to find support. Try to find a way to put supporting it. Customer support and stuff like that. Because that's the only way. They're gonna be aware of it, and that they're gonna have be able to fix it if more people step up and use their voice to say, hey, voice their displeasure with the latest update of this game. I mean, that's what happened with Outriders. A lot of people started stepping up and saying, hey, how are you going to put this game on the platform and then never bother to update it and then ignore the people that's telling you we want to play it, and it's broken.
But see, here's the thing. I wouldn't say PUBG is broken. I would say that it's definitely because the problem was resolved when Maine and I got on it. But however, we had already played the game on Stadia a hell of a lot, right? And we noticed that there was just like a loss of visual quality. The textures and everything, it looked like it went backwards a little bit. When you first boot up the game and you look at the character that's on the screen at the main menu, his shadow, pay attention to his shadow. Look at it was like this lack of detail that just wasn't as pronounced, Rev. That's my issue right now. Y'all know I love I love Stadia, and hey, shout out to the developers of the game, man, the publisher and all that. So PUBG is doing big thing, major moves, and it's a hell of a game that we need and I'm not bashing the game or the devs. I want y'all to be clear. So, it's just I would like to see it get the treatment that it deserves, man. That's all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can move, man, because we got to keep on trucking, bro. We got a whole lot. Go. So I got you next. So right now, Rev, this is what the people really came for, I think. This right here is what they came for, and we couldn't give it to them at the beginning of the show because there wouldn't be the rest of the show.
Okay, first of all, people came here to see me.
No, well, yeah, that's true. Because you did give them free games, and they didn't thank you for it.
No, some of them did. I got shouts out to them people. But they'll come to see me next year when we get some more free games for my birthday. It's gonna be all good. And shouts out to Stadia Pro for that. But the Google for Games Developer Summit, yes. What did we tell you guys last week?
Oh man,
we told you this is gonna be something to pay attention to, and we hadn't seen people talking about it, like not on Twitter, not on the subreddit, not in the Discord, anywhere that I could look. Maybe I don't do Facebook, so I don't know if they were talking about it there, but I didn't see anything posted about it on Instagram. I didn't see no Snapchats about it. I didn't see nothing, like zero about this thing. And a couple people put me up on it, and I'm sorry for forgetting the names right now, but when I read through what the keynote was going to be about and what the supplemental videos were going to be about, I was all in. I'm like, no. This is going to be interesting. This is going to even though this is all developer stuff and all of that, this is the first time we were going to hear from anybody on a Stadia team in this type of format since October of last year.
Right.
This is the first one since the much ballyhooed and much combed over closing of SG&E happened in February, because we have to talk about that, even though it was like 4 months ago.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Do your thing.
5 months ago. I'm sorry. It's 5.5 months ago, but we still have to talk about that because, that's kind of important, even though they told us what they were planning doing this when I did that. But, we have to keep mentioning that. So this is the first time, we were going to hear from them in any format since October of last year. And so I was really interested to hear whatever it was that they had to say. I went in on that day saying, hey, don't expect a lot, because this is all just, aimed at developers. This is not aimed at the consumers. So, it's not going to be much consumer information. And I was right about that. There wasn't a lot of consumer information, but all of the developer stuff that they talked about will affect consumers in the end, because they did a few things. What did they do? They made it easier for developers to port their games. They made it easier for to get Windows PC games to get over here. They didn't have to worry about using Vulkan, to converting from DirectX to Vulkan and stuff like that. They made that easier. They utilized the power of the cloud to help for game development, which is what they have been working on for years to be able to do that. Like I can liken that to how Google Docs works, right? So while you're working on your document that you're creating, slideshow in Sheets or the Excel worksheet, like in Sheets, in slides or whatever, right? As you're working on it, it's constantly saving the last thing you did. It's constantly in a state of always saving, right? So why not do that for game development? Why not be able to do that? Utilize the power of the cloud, constantly save a state of their game in development, so that they don't have to worry about doing that part, and just go ahead and just keep going with the development. And then when they want to be able to like present it for whatever it is they need to present it for, there's always the latest version saved, and just push that through. And then they don't have to worry about everybody coming together at one time to certify things. They made the certification process easy. And then on top of that, they gave a bigger share of the pie to these developers that wants to incentivize them, either bringing their games to Stadia for us people to buy and purchase and play and use, or for them to help market Stadia, by using the game, the links and stuff like that, the game links. Mm-hmm. And also, they incentivize people, developers and publishers getting their games on Stadia Pro. So it's like, the thing that I noticed that, well, first of all, my opinion of all of that stuff is that those were really, really good moves. This is how they're going to grow and build this platform. And this is what people were saying that Google needed to do in the first place. For years, for like since 2019, Google, they got all this money. They need to do this and they need to do that. Okay, when they do it, now all of a sudden everybody got a problem with it. And it's like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. They did some things that other people in the gaming industry are already doing, like Microsoft and who else is doing something like similar to that? Apple, right? And not Apple, but I can't think of it right now. But they're doing that through through Apple.
I know Apple came up in the discussion. So all right, but anyway, you might be talking about something else.
Yeah, because this is all fallout from the Epic thing where, Tim Sweeney, that guy who they say is fighting for the people, but he's really just fighting for himself. But this is kind of a consequence that a thing that Microsoft did to circumvent the Apple Store thing, right? So Google looked at that and said, you know what, we could do that. And the thing is, Google can afford to take the hit financially in order to grow their thing. Like they're not selling a box, so they're not selling a loss leader like Microsoft is or Sony is or anybody like that. But they can use Stadia Pro as a loss leader and still get more content on here. And they're paying people, for their games being there, giving them a percentage of the pie of all Stadia Pro revenue, depending on how popular the game is and stuff like that. They get a bigger piece, which is fair. And all of a sudden there's this negative spin on it. And I'm just sitting here looking like, where did that come from? How is this? How is it that they're doing something to incentivize the developers and publishers to bring their games over to Stadia, which every single other platform holder does in order to get their games? Like, they're not just getting their games on Xbox for free. And so not to single out Xbox, but anywhere. I'm saying they're not just getting their games on Nintendo for free. They're not getting their games on Sony for free, but they're giving them something on top of that for the Stadia version of the game. They're not saying, hey, put your games on Stadia and don't put them anywhere else. They're just saying, hey, if you do, here's a little something in your pocket for it. So why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing, Storm? I don't understand this. Where is this coming from, yo?
We know where it's coming from, man. It's called a place called Haterville, USA, and worldwide. So the haters are out, man, and they just they spin their own web.
Charles Arend is in the building, yo.
Charles Arend. So they spin their own web of deception and brotherhood and all that stuff. So like I said, man, It's kind of like the light side and the dark side. You got the haters. And you got the supporters or whatever, right?
Man, I've seen people take some things and completely run them out of context to try to say something that just isn't true. And then, I've seen people push back on those narratives, which is good, because stuff like that just should not be allowed to stand. I'm sorry.
Well, here's what started it all, Red.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, this individual right here by the name of Kareem Yap, whose name I spelled with a K on Twitter. So I apologize to Kareem Yap.
Kareem Yap did a great job.
A hell of a job, man. It was short. And see, the reason why I open up all these links for y'all, is because there was so much. And we didn't even talk about day one events like that much in detail, right? There was so much for you all to just pay attention to.
I still got to go back through that.
Yeah, because they both connect to each other, right? But man, day two, when it hit, oh my gosh!
Shouts out to John Scar, because I watched his stream
while
I was working. What's the deal,
Scar? Scar's out there putting that work in. And Scar has a special. Let us know on Twitter that he has a special interview coming up, and I'm gonna let him share all the details on that. I don't want to spoil it for y'all, but it has to do with another game developer bringing their game to Stadia. But we'll talk about that before we wrap up today. That's for sure.
Factual information.
Kareem Yap, right here. You see her title: Strategic Business Development for Stadia, right? Man, look, when she got up there and started talking about these numbers and all these great incentives, all these offerings for all, new offerings for all Stadia partners, and how the Stadia team is working to make it easier to bring games to the platform while delivering new ways to maximize the return of launching Stadia titles. But Rev, this don't make no damn sense, Kareem. Now, Rev, can you tell the people why this don't make no damn sense, and then pass it back to me, bro? Because I ain't done yet.
Well, it don't make no dang on sense, because
damn sense, man. I said no. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't make no damn sense because Stadia is dead. So why do all of this? Why make this even possible? Why incentivize developers to bring games over here? I mean, y'all did tell us 5.5 months ago when when they closed SG&E, that they were going to focus on third parties and partnerships and stuff like that. And oh my God.
Oh yeah,
For
man.
the life of me, for the
I
life
know,
of me,
man.
they did that, and then I mean, but
I know, man.
it don't make no damn sense because Stadia is dead, and so why even bother?
It's like why? It's like why would you want to be so damn dumb, man? Why would you want to be so dumb, haters? Why would you want to be so dumb and come out here and dance in a field with nothing but stadiums and try to feed us that BS on a spoon? You know what I'm saying? Not even a golden spoon, like a wooden spoon that fell in the sewer or something. That's what they're trying to do, man. Trying to feed us that BS.
That wooden spoon that wooden spoon that they used to make gruel with. Like,
yeah,
like
now,
seriously.
Let me just highlight another thing that might make sense in people's heads, because I keep asking people every episode of the Revolutionary Storm.
Yeah,
I keep asking.
Shouts out to that show.
I asked Rev and I asked MM2K. I said, brothers, if you were a developer or a publisher, would you turn your back on bringing your games to Stadia? They both said, what, Rev? What did y'all say?
I said, shoot, it was free money. Why would that's just a license
free money, free publicity, free opportunity, free reach.
A license to print money from Google.
Free growth, man. And you getting paid now to do the damn thing, man.
But they always get paid. That's the thing. The developers always get paid.
Of course, you're right. You're right, but you're getting paid more. I should have said that. Let me clarify. They were always getting paid. We should know this already, or else Stadia would probably have no games unless it was just new devs just trying to get their game in the spotlight or somehow, some way, right? But of course they were getting money, like the tens of millions where people just pull those figures out of thin air, because I don't know if that was verified yet. But of course Stadia is paying. Why wouldn't they pay to get some of the best games? You know what I'm saying? To have these devs working on ports and all this stuff and dealing with the process of getting these games over here so that we can get our paws on, right?
Right.
Why would they not?
Wait, because I know what you're talking about with the tens of millions of dollars, right?
Yes, sir.
Because of the Resident Evil games, right? So the whole thing with that leak that happened in December of last year, right?
Yes, sir.
And they talk about, well, they paid $10 million for Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. And Resident Evil 7 dropped on Stadia Pro, right?
Yep.
And Resident Evil 8 came with the Premier Bundle deal, and I still have that, But they paid them $10 million. Oh my God, the whole world just went ape shit over it, right?
Yeah.
Like no other publisher hasn't been, like no other platform holder hasn't paid more money to bring other games to bring games like that to the platforms. You just don't hear about it. That's the reason why you don't. That's the reason why some people think that doesn't go on. That's called business 101. You know, they do that. Publishers aren't just putting these games on these platforms for free. They're getting paid on the front end because they know they're going to get something on the back end. And that's just what it is. They get paid up front, and then they get a percentage of the sales. And then, the platform holder gets more usage, gets more units bought and sold and stuff like that. So it's a win-win. And
Cut it out.
I'm sorry. And then the consumers get the games that they want to play. So it's like, why is that a bad thing when Stadia does the same exact thing that everybody else does in the gaming business?
You better cut it out. I think the haters is pulling up on me, Rev, and you ain't here to help me, bro. I think you better stop.
I don't understand how that's a bad thing. So when we talk about the incentives that they got, the 85-15 split, the 70-30 split,
oh man,
the $10 per day or per usage of their link when the developers get the link to promote the game and stuff like that. All of those things are good for the developers. And you think that that's not going to encourage or incentivize them to bring more games that we want to play? Like, look, I had a conversation with somebody on Reddit, right? And they said, well, I just fear that this is going to bring more games that I don't want to play. Why would it? And that's the question I posed to them. I said, no, you could look at it that way. Or you can look at it in a way that says, no, this is probably going to be the way that more games that I want to play would make their way here, So I don't understand how people can just take that and spin it in such a way that they just have this negative perception of something that they've been saying that Google needed to do anyway. I could count like on your hands, my hands, and everybody's hands in this chat how many times I heard people say, well, Google got all this money that they could just do this and they could just do that. And I was telling people, I was the one telling people, like, no, they have to earn their spot. They can't just throw all their money around and think that they're just going to buy their spot in the industry. Why is that? Because Microsoft wasn't able to do that. And they had all the money in the world when they jumped in, and they still couldn't buy their spot. They have their spot now, but they've never been number one overall ever. You know, in November, it'll be 20 years, and they have never toppled Sony. They have never even caught up to Sony. Right? Sony is still leading them by hundreds of millions of units sold. But you know, Microsoft got a ton of money, you know, and I've seen people say, oh, Stadia is woefully run and this and other. Now I know those people never watched the keynote or anything like that because it happened after it. I just know that they never watched it, because if they did, they wouldn't have that impression, right? And then, you know, I asked them how, you know, what gives them evidence that Stadia is woefully run. And, you know, they said, well, they don't have a game company behind them. I said, well, neither does Xbox. Xbox doesn't have a game company behind them. They have a software company behind them. PlayStation doesn't have a game company behind it. You know what they have? They have an entertainment and a consumer electronics company behind it. Man. I mean, the PlayStation literally exists to sell everything else Sony does. Like, seriously. And you can find evidence of that in the PS3.
Oh, you know? Be careful, man. Them ponies don't play, man.
No, I love
I know. Me too, man. But it's facts. It's facts when it comes to that real stuff, though.
Why did the PS3 exist? The PS3 existed so, you know, you play video games on it, but it existed to push Blu-ray. You know,
it was a great way to push Blu-ray. It was a hell of a move. That's why we had PlayStation.
Because the 360 was pushing HD DVD at the time too, and they were going head to head and see which format was going to win. You know what format won?
Blu-ray.
Why did Blu-ray win?
Because it was in the PS. Because it was in the PS3.
Why did DVD take over from VHS?
Because it was in the PS2.
Come on, man. And so, like I said, the PlayStation literally exists to push other platforms, you know, all the while giving you great gameplay.
I say they got put in position based on the popularity. There was a lot of hard work that Sony put in. Now we don't overlook that, but Rev, I get where you're coming from.
Look at this. The PS3
when Sony was struggling, it was PlayStation that came through. They shut down the TV division, stopped making the XBR joints and all that, man. The TVs that everybody was loving at the time.
But what do they make? They make computers. They make they make Blu-ray players. They make they still make some TVs. They have some coming out now that I think going to be Stadia compatible or something like that. They make cameras for film. They make everything. They make consumer electronics, pro electronics, and stuff like that. But you know, Sony's a game company. Oh, but they also have, you know, their entertainment division, which is music, movies, and stuff like that. Time. I mean, come on, man. So this argument, Stadia doesn't have a game company behind it, is just stupid.
Hey, man, that's enough. We don't even have to talk about it.
The only thing that has a gaming company behind it is Nintendo.
Right. And I actually saw this stuff that you're talking about, man. So Rev is not making that up, y'all. I actually saw this. Somebody really said that. But anyway, we're gonna move on and show these people the haters. The haters are probably gonna vomit, man. Get your bag. You're gonna need your bag. Don't be vomiting on people's lawn and all that stuff, man. When you hear this, right?
Like, where everybody go?
All right, here we go now. So all that right there, day one. Then we're gonna go back to day two one more time, and this is where you send your friends when they need to know why Stadia is not dying, why it's not dead.
All the links are on YouTube, also.
Oh yes. So next level platforms, we're just gonna highlight. Right here, next level platforms, next level now. That means they're looking into something, right? They know that they have the infrastructure in place right here, next level infrastructure. Then they even go so far as to break down what these things are talking about. COVID has changed the way we know that. More people play games and stuff because of COVID. They bought more electronics, man. The gaming industry boomed even more so than it was. It was already ahead of movies and other forms of entertainment by far. But now it's even further, man. That gap is increasing, right? So I keep asking these questions. And I try to get answers that's logical, man, that makes sense to me. Because if it don't make sense to me, it's not going to make sense to Rev. And if it don't make sense to Rev, it's not going to make sense to MM2K. And if it don't make sense to us here at PNTS Network and what we're doing over here, it's not going to make sense to a lot of you out there in the Stadia community or those who are trying to decide whether they want to jump on board. So bear with me here.
Yes, sir.
All right. This right here just basically says, all right,
Let's go.
During COVID, they're basically saying, right, that it attracted like all of this, like a wider, more diversified audience of new gamers. Okay, in this session, it says we'll explore, I guess, the lasting impact of an accelerated landscape and the opportunities created for gaming companies to create lasting enhancements for players and creators with cloud technology. Right, with cloud technology, and they tell you how they're going to do some of it. Data and AI. My homie Man Ether kept talking about AI. I'm talking about this dude was talking about AI from 2006 or something like that. He's been saying AI is about to be the future that's going to drive the gaming industry. My bro was right. That's why I rock with him to this day. All right, so all this right here is in lights. It's all in lights. But if that's not good enough for you, there's more, man. Less time porting, inserting, and all that stuff. So they have every intent, Reb, I think, to keep Stadia going. Not to keep it going, but to get Stadia in a position where it is the best, one amongst the best to bring you cloud gaming, man. And that's across different landscapes. I was highlighting earlier how the Chrome OS, Chrome operating system, man. We're talking AV1. We're talking so many of these things that we keep talking about, but they fly over the haters' heads, though. The haters don't remember this stuff, boy, but they will remember when GameIndustry.biz drops an article. They'll remember that article, boy. They'll drop that article right on our heads, Red. But delivering seamless multiplayer experiences globally with game servers. They had a live Q&A, y'all, right there. And I actually went and watched this whole thing. And they're talking about how they're going to get these multiplayer games up to scale, which means that as these games get larger, like large battle royale games that they talked about before the closure of SG&E, they were talking about all those features that SG&E was going to use. But I told people now what this means is that the other developers get to use this when they sign up for Stadia. Not only this, but tools like Unity and Unreal Engine and all that stuff. The new Unreal Engine, not Unreal Engine 4, but 5, y'all. All that stuff is going to be utilized. And it doesn't stop, Rev. It doesn't stop bringing new value to Stadia partners, man. This right here is what really slapped everybody to the floor. It was like an earthquake happened, man. Alan Joyce came out here and just really shook it up. People thought he meant that Stadia was trying to mess things up for the industry as far as developers getting paid and all that, man, spinning this crazy narrative when that was not what they were trying to say. All they were doing is what other companies do when try to pitch their reasons for coming to their platform as best they could. And Stadia, to be able to do this, a company is not in it to lose money, especially not Google. We know that Microsoft, Google, and Amazon ain't in it to lose no damn money. Sony, Nintendo, y'all got to cut that out. Nintendo so much so that they're giving y'all OLED Switch, man. They're saying wait till next generation and we might get y'all 1440p. That's what Nintendo was saying. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about moves being made. Cloud native databases for and storage for games and all that. They broke down so many reasons, Red, to say to somebody that, oh, Stadia ain't dead, man. I was just playing with you. Psych. I was just joking, y'all, because we're going to see a lot of that coming up soon. Watch. Everything we're saying is coming to light. We told y'all about this dev summit right here. We told y'all in a way, man, y'all might want to stay tuned. Check this out. And I also said, Red, a lot of y'all don't care about this kind of stuff, but you should. Because this is telling you that when your friends come out here sounding all crazy, you can say, hey, look, man, you can scratch your head and say to them, like, bro, sis, I know what you're saying, but Rev and Storm, them boys highlighted this this developer summit, man. I think you might want to go check some of this out because this don't sound like Stadia is dying. Now, I can't ride with you no more, hater of the year. I can't ride with you any longer because you making me look like a fool. That's what you got to say to these haters, man. Because I'm telling you, if not, you're going to look like a fool with them. And that's not what you want to do. So
you know what? Because you know what?
Go ahead and say what you got to say, man.
Because you know what? You should, but the thing is, you should never argue with an idiot because they will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. And also from Jay-Z said, wise man once told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. I mean, that is some real stuff. So the thing is, a lot of people are going out there trying to insult people that trash Stadia and stuff like that. I don't, you know what? I'm so far beyond that. The whole thing I do now is just say, hey, look, this isn't true. This is what the truth is. And if you want to give it a try yourself, use my link and do that, and then you can see for yourself if it's worth your time. Cool. If it's not, cool too. But at least you gave it a shot. Don't sit there and just talk crap about it and you don't know anything about it. You ain't done no research and stuff like that because you look stupid. And people that are in the know, that know better, know better,
actually know better, not should know, they do,
that know better, are out here putting out misinformation and stuff like that. I'm not accusing anybody of any particular thing. I'm just saying, you know, that some people are out there that know better and are, you know, that should have a more of a grasp of things, could completely ignoring these things or just dismissing them as insignificant and stuff like that. And you know, that type of stuff is just silly to me. It's like they shook up the industry with a 55-minute presentation, and all that did was make things easier for game development to happen on Stadia. That's all it is. Which is the exact thing that all of these people have been saying that they needed to do since 2019.
I'm glad you said that, Reb. Please, Reb, continue.
I'm just saying, man. It's like, for now, for them, that damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because it's like, if they ask them, they say, hey, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that, because, you know, and these are all experts that should be putting in applications for Google, you know, for some of these open Stadia positions that they have, that they've posted about. Or they, you know, and then when they do it, they spin it. You know, at that point, I'm just exhausted with them. And this is why I rarely engage with them now. You know what? All I say is this is the latest information we got. This is the most correct information we got, and that's what we should be paying attention to. Not some random article that somebody wrote with a biased opinion. Not some random YouTuber that just has it out for Stadia. You know, we don't need to listen to that when you got it directly from the source, and this is the most correct and factual information that's presented, and that's all you need. So I don't need nobody else's take on it. I don't need nobody else's spin on it. I don't need nobody else's, you know, whatever. I just don't need it. I got the information from the source, and that's what I'm going on. Period. End of story. Point blank. Done.
And that's what makes you smart, man. And that's why I rock with you on Stadia Revolution, the Revolutionary Storm with Project Storm and Stadia Revolution, right? So we got another topic, y'all. And guess what? The fireworks didn't even start yet. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, y'all. Next, studios consistently reach out to get their games on Stadia, but Stadia is dead. What crazy?
Wait. I got one before we get into
I know you want to say what you got to say, bro. Let's go back and forth. We're gonna duke it out, man. You know, if we duke it out with each other, we damn sure gonna duke it out with the haters.
No. I got something. I just thought about something. This related to the last topic, but I don't know if we have a topic for this.
Go ahead.
The marketing that they've been doing. We have a topic. No, we do have a topic for that. Okay.
Oh, we might have a topic. Yeah, we might have a topic for it. But you know how we do. We always intertwine things and all that stuff.
Whatever.
Man. So,
you know, so go ahead, Project.
All right. So let me like see now. I gotta find. Let's see. There's studios like this right here. I'm gonna pull up one of them, for example, right? Just so you all can see that I'm not just making this stuff up, man. But who would think that way? Right. Hater. Here we go. All right, so Red, if you look at this tweet right here, this is just one example at this date, July 16th, right? Just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
This was Natash Games, developer of a MMO that sounded pretty damn dope, by the way, right? Yeah. They're developing a game right now. They want to know if they could somehow get the game on Stadia. So right here's an example of that. Natash Games is saying to Alan Joyce. Alan Joyce also was one of those individuals that dropped that 85-15 fire and all that good stuff, 70-30 after 2023 or whatever it's going to be.
Up to 2023.
Up to 2023.
Until at least 2023, which means that they could go further. They can continue that program.
Correct me when I'm wrong.
It's not them saying, for the people, it's not them saying we're going to end this in 2023.
One more time. So the developers, so these guys are getting paid to bring their games, and this is additional stuff if they put their games on Stadia Pro and all that. It's just breaking it down incentive-wise, right? Okay, Red. I just wanted to make sure, man, because people couldn't understand that, Red. I had to do it. All right. So it says, hey, Alan Joyce, who we saw, Alan Joyce, and I keep forgetting the titles.
Excellent
Man, there's so
job.
many. There's so many.
He's the same thing.
He's all right. So basically, there's so many product managers and all these different titles, man. So many positions. Hey, with all these hirings and all these positions in place, y'all, it kind of says that yes, even though SG&E, which people like to use all the time, happened, even that closure happened and all that, they still have hirings. They still have people in position to drive this platform to probably greater things. You know what I'm saying? Now, so basically, you reached out, said, seems your community is on board. All right. And, you click on the, you go out there, go to Reddit or whatever, you'll see some people chiming in and all that good stuff. Right. But that's coming right from the devs themselves. So they were trying to basically.
Alan Joyce is a product manager at Google Stadia. He's an ex Google AR VR, YouTube gaming, and he has his own podcast. It seems like it says co-host of Earful of, contributor to Titling at Pixels. And probably not CEO of Qantas. So go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, thank you very much. But see, there's so many titles, Red. We can't keep up with all of them, man. You got to look it up because there's so many people driving this whole platform and this whole initiative and all that stuff, man. Stadia is no joke. That's why they're rolling it out in so many devices. But, man, we don't have to keep talking about that, do we? I hope not.
Go ahead.
So now there's Instinction Games, y'all. Coming up with a fantastic dinosaur game that's going to bring dinosaurs to Google Stadia. That was set in motion. Instinction Games is waiting to hear back from Google Stadia right now. You know what I mean? And
they've been contacted.
Oh, they've been contacted. Okay, so the game is going to happen, Red.
And they're going to update us. Well, they're going to update us when they have word. Right. When they have word to update us with. But they have been contacted.
Definitely. The contact was made, but you're right. They're waiting for the updates and all that stuff. I should have had to tweet up, but anyway, y'all could trust me by now, right? Because all I do is just drop the facts up there and everything. So look, these are just two examples amongst others, man. That look at Sky Climbers, for example. Sky Climbers happened because
the community funded it, helped fund it.
The Stadia community got together. A lot of us. Well, I haven't yet. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't yet. And I know you did. A lot of you did. I know you, 6'4", so many other people, man. I haven't yet because I'm waiting to know more. That's how I am. I need to know more. Then I'll drop you. I'll definitely fund. Before it's all up, I'll definitely fund.
But see how Kickstarter works is you have 30 days. So
I know. It's over. So it's done.
That fundraising is done.
Oh, my bad. Well, guess what? I missed out on it, y'all. So it is what it is, right? But I will be buying the game. I think that's what matters the most. When it drops day one, I'm going to have it either way. So,
yes, sir.
Now, but here's the thing. So you got examples like that, y'all, of what I'm talking about with all these different developers and all this communication happening when it comes to Stadia and all that, man. But see, Rev, I got confused because you're talking about a game like Star Citizen that was a crazy Kickstarter that still, I think you can still contribute to certain ones. So that's why I'm confused right now. But anyway, I'm glad you shared that with me.
It's probably different things, different elements of it, but the game itself, but the initial Kickstarter only lasts 30 days.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you got 30 days to raise as much money as you can.
That's why it's Kickstarting, and it makes perfect sense. So here's the deal.
Because I feel bad for now. So many things off of Kickstarter things.
Yeah, I feel bad for not contributing to that. But at the same time, man, I'm like, okay, let me see more about the game, man. I'm not just saying, hey, let me throw money at your game. And I don't know too much about it. But hey, it seems like it's going to work out to be a phenomenal thing because the communication that happened, now we know that they're part of the Stadia Makers program, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So that program in itself is just tremendous as well.
Yes,
so
sir.
People are not talking that much about that program. I mean, Rev was one of the first ones to even break that down to me.
Yep. So you know why? You know why? Because people just don't take any of this stuff seriously. They don't see the dominoes, being the chess pieces being put in place. They just don't see it. Mm-hmm. Everything works, as part of the whole. It's not just one particular thing. It's not just this. It's not just that. All of this stuff is working together, and it's coming together over time. and people just wanted Stadia to just come out, take over the industry, and get every single big title that that they wanted to get. They wanted to get because it has to be valid in their mind. They don't have they're not understanding that Google is marching on its own timeline. They're marching on their own timeline, and they have these moves that they're making, and they have the chess pieces on the board, and they're just moving them along. And day by day, we start seeing what they're doing, and it's like, if you look at it from just take a step back and see everything that's happening with the marketing partnerships that they're making, the deals with the consumer electronics, like the stuff that they have with the Chromebooks, the phones, their TVs, the Chromecast with Google TV, Android TV, Nvidia Shield stuff, all these different things that they're doing. And they even have a thing now where you can try Stadia Pro for 30 minutes and unlock a game just to give it a shot before you commit to a month. I saw that shouts out to Stadia FR, the France Stadia team, Stadia chat page or whatever. They posted this up, and I wanted to find the English version of it, but they even showed this. I mean, they're doing so many different things that are going to eventually pay off and promote and help grow this platform, and people are just being completely impatient and not and just judging them based on what they think they should be doing, even though they don't work for Google. They, as opposed to just allowing things to play out and play some games and enjoy their time in the meantime.
Absolutely.
So you look at the AT&T deal that they've made. That's not insignificant. That's huge.
Oh, we'll talk about it a little bit before we wrap up.
And like Christopher Torres brought that up. I'm glad you put that up. The Thread of Revelation.
Oh, don't worry, it's about to come up right now. Don't worry about that. We got you, Torres. We got you. Because here it is, another example, y'all. Now, this one. I know that there was a discussion among some individuals on Twitter or whatever, like Original Penguin and others who Jeff G and others that joined in that really highlighted this one and brought it to my attention. Now, also, of course, Brian Chappelle made his amazing video, as we mentioned earlier. Shouts out
to Nerf Report.
But I want you to just see, I mean, it's already in lights right here. South Asia's first AAA, right? AAA video game.
Yes, sir.
Now this is going to be
it's supposed to be a Sri Lankan version of equivalent to God of War.
God of War, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
Which is very cool. So go to the website, y'all. Check that out. Prodigy is the developer. That's how you pronounce it. It seems like something that's just very interesting when you go out there. And I'm not going to tell you everything about it. You got to check it out. I don't want to ruin any of the excitement or whatever. But this right here is a game that's coming out of nowhere. It seems that nobody was really talking about. And it has potential to be an amazing game. And, the fact that it's coming to Stadia says a lot. Like, this is coming in December. Rev, you talk heavily about moves that was already being made before these announcements came to light. So we're talking about conversations that was going on when people were saying that, Phil Harrison's not really doing anything, and all this other stuff they were just throwing out there like they knew what they were talking about, right? But we keep hearing more announcements, more great moves, more clarity on what Stadia is doing, all that stuff. So what do you think, man?
I think everything is exactly the way I said it before. People, saying, "Oh, well, Phil Harrison needs to be doing this." We don't know what Phil Harrison is doing. Phil Harrison could be on the phone, scratching his chin, scratching his elbows, but still getting deals done. We don't know what he's doing. And personally, I don't care what he's doing.
Don't even care.
As long as he's doing his job, I'm good. Project Kill just joined in. And I'm good. I don't need to see him every day. I don't need to see him talking about Stadia every day. As long as he's talking to the right people about it, I'm fine. I can listen to Kareem Yap. I can listen to Dad. I just had to do his name. Alan Joyce and all these other people. Anybody else talking about it, I can listen to those people talk about it. and Chuck Ahern and stuff like that. I can listen to them.
Nate,
I said Chuck. I'm an idiot, you know.
Now it's all right. I mean, we do it. Nate, we do it at times, right? We have our moments, man. We can't be perfect.
I can listen to Nate and all these people talk about Stadia and what they're doing. Why? Because they're the ones that's gonna be, you know, involved in all of this stuff anyway, in the development and promoting and all of that stuff. They're the ones that's gonna be involved in it. Phil Harrison is overseeing everything, but he has his own duties and responsibilities, and one of those duties is not being front facing with us. He don't need to talk to us, you know.
Right.
He can talk to whoever on the business side that he needs to talk to, and I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. But you know, it's just stuff like this, like I've been saying. When we don't hear from them, you gotta believe and you gotta know that they're actually working. And it's good that we don't hear from them for a while, you know, because when they do come up from under, you know, the haze of their computer work and all of that stuff that they're doing, and phone calls and ink signing and all of that stuff, then we hear about all of this great stuff that they're working on. I mean, come on, man. You know, I'm like we said before, when other people think that this is all Stadia has to offer, and I'm like, are you think that other people aren't making moves, and then you just think like when other people make moves, you think just Stadia is just going to be sitting on their hands about stuff? You think they're not working right now for the next thing? They're working right now on a Sunday. They're doing it.
Oh, we know they work on Sundays. Believe me. Like last Sunday was a good example.
Stadia users have joined after February, and now a majority of Stadia players haven't even heard of SG&E or joined despite right, exactly. So, I mean, us day oneers are even more important to the community because we've seen it all the way from the beginning. And that's, again, I say it all the time, what we signed up for. So all these people, you know, when people jump ship because they didn't get what they wanted, okay, fine. That's great. That's your right and that's your prerogative. But please don't trash it on the way out. Just enjoy where you're going to be playing your games at and call it a day. Why? Because it's video games. It's not that damn serious.
Not that serious. But what is serious, Red?
Not that serious.
Yeah, once you're done, I tell you what is serious. This right here is serious. So let me get these links ready real quick because I don't know if too many people are talking about this, if anyone, man. Hey,
I haven't seen people talking about it.
You have not, or you have? Me either, man. So here's one of those examples of, you know, the kind of news you're going to get on the show, man. We got to try to find everything, man. I scoured the planet trying to find this type of news right here. So I have so many links. Just bear with me real quick, and I'm going to get this on the screen. But Rev, is there anything else you want to say to the people, man?
I was going to say, man, enjoy your gaming because this is what this is all about, man. You know, no matter where you play your games at, if you're playing on GFN, cool. If you're playing on Luna, cool. If you're playing on PS Now, PS Plus, or the PlayStation 5, cool.
Right.
If you're playing on Game Pass, Gold, or whatever, cool. Do that. Enjoy it. If you're playing on Stadia, do it. Enjoy it. Why? Because this is what this is all about. It's about fun. It's about having a good time. It's about communing with people, and it's just about enjoying some time unwinding. This ain't about, you know, satisfying your ego because you got the best of the best served with honors. You know, oh, I got the best PlayStation.
The best.
Who cares, man? Do you enjoy playing games on it? Or is having a PlayStation or an Xbox Series X or whatever tied to your ego? Like, I was in that headspace for a while when I was a Nintendo and, you know, for some time a Sony and Xbox fanboy, whatever.
You were a pony?
I had a PS1. I used to think
ponies wasn't out back then though, bro.
No. I used to think it was the Cat's Meow and all of that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then I played a Sega Saturn and I realized it wasn't. You know, because all of the Capcom games I wanted to play ran so much better on the Sega Saturn. It wasn't even funny, but we all know what happened with that. So, but it's ran so much better than the PS1. I swear to God. But I love my PS1. I just fell out of love with that with the PS2 and jumped over to Dreamcast and Xbox, and I've been happy ever since. Not that Sony hasn't done a great job with their other with the subsequent platforms and stuff like that, but it just wasn't my thing. But I don't decry somebody else saying, hey, I like playing on PlayStation. Good, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? The DualSense and all that stuff that you're getting from the PS5 and all of that, man, it's nice. It's nice. And me being a former Xbox, Xbox soldier out there in the console wars, with all my medals and ribbons and rankings and all of that stuff that I had, I can sit there and say, like, their presentation that they put on in May of last year when they did the reveal and all of that, the tech demo for ray tracing and all that stuff that they did on that, the dynamic lighting and all that stuff, I gave them all kind of praise for that last year on the video. I did. And then, when Xbox came out with their presentation, I criticized the crap out of them. Why? Because they didn't show what they needed to show, right? Sony knocked that stuff out the park. And I'm not even a Sony fan like that. I'm not even a PlayStation fan like that, but I can say that. So people can't accuse me of fanboying and stuff like that, because I saw that right off the jump. But anyway, this deal with AT&T, right? This is awesome. Go ahead for it. Go ahead and talk about it.
All right, so we broke this down before right here in a previous episode, and we told y'all about the AT&T deal and what it really could mean and all of that good stuff. I don't think some people may have understood the impact. Some people would have been like, whatever. It's just another move by Stadia, AT&T, so what? Like, it is just another free promotion to send out free Google Chromecast with Google TVs or CCUs and all that. That's how some people, the haters, look at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we look at it in a way that says, damn, this is AT&T we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not granddaddy's table repair. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you never heard of. Like, then you got content creators. People criticize Stadia for not connecting with some of the big influencers and stuff out there. Well, now they got hashtag AT&T influencer. And as you see, this is Austin Evans. You see the number of followers he has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when people like this start
nearly
talking
1 million
Stadia,
followers.
now, when people like this start talking Stadia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, let me follow right now, Austin. I should have already followed because he's definitely done some amazing Stadia content. Willing to take that chance and make a video regarding Stadia that's positive and also realistic. Y'all got to check him out. He does it for other platforms as well. Now, this right here, though, AT&T influencer. I teamed up with at AT&T to check out their, hashtag ATT 5G network, which I'm about to be a part of the T-Mobile 5G network. And I'm going to tell y'all how Stadia works on that phone once it comes. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I don't know what's going on with Samsung. They need to get it together. I mean, Sprint. They need to get it together.
Also, before we really get deep into that, what were we saying about 5G last year?
That is going to be rolling out. I know we said a lot of different things.
Not that it was going to be rolling out, but it was going to be a game changer for Stadia.
Of course.
Once they started making it where you can game on mobile data.
Yeah.
And we were like, 5G is gonna just blow that out the water because of the greater bandwidth and all of that stuff, that it's so much better than 4G. It's not even funny.
Of course.
And this I was personally telling people last year about that. Like, y'all gonna see such a difference. Like, I didn't expect them to have it where you can do the mobile, play on mobile data with 4G, even 4G LTE. I didn't think that they were going to do that then, but they did, and it works. It's actually pretty decent. It's not my preferred way to play, but it's still a good option. I was saying that they were going to wait, that they meant not going to wait, but that when 5G came out and was rolling out, that it was going to be a better experience, and you would see Stadia. It was going to be a game changer for Stadia when it comes down to it. And I was right. I know I'm going to be right on this, and I was right about that. And I know I'm going to be right about how this is going to work for Stadia, because there's going to be great opportunity for mobile play when it comes to that.
I'll tell you this right here, right? So this right here, of course, you can already imagine how huge this could be once Stadia starts reaching out to more of these type of influencers and their YouTube uh content creators and all that stuff when they really start reaching out like they did. They even highlighted a couple of them at the Dev Summit, right? They had a couple of them, 8-Bit Thug and Christine out there, man, with major subscribers and stuff, like almost a million for 8-Bit Thug and almost 700K for Christine, right? Giving a take on not even just Stadia, but YouTube and how that all could be happening in the future, man. It's just crazy, right? So let me go ahead and stop the sharing, and then I have another one to pull up for y'all. I mean, because this right here, it doesn't really get talked about. You know, some people probably never even saw it. Like I said, they probably never seen it before. But I want to pull up another one because there's more. And Rev, I've already got it up, man. I've already shared it, and here it is, man. Hit that button, hit that button, and hit that button, and hit this button, and then there it is. Which one is it? Bang. Here's another one, Cleo Thomas. Y'all probably like Cleo Thomas, man. How many followers does he have? Well, like 130K. You know what I'm saying? Like almost 130K, right? Yep. So he's another person. I teamed up with AT&T to show off all the possibilities, all right, of AT&T 5G and Google Stadia. So they're making moves, and they're well, Stadia has to do more, man. Hold on, Rev. They got to do more, though. They got to do more to get Stadia. People don't even know what Stadia is and all this stuff. And I said, man, you think they're not going to do more? This is Google, man. This is Google back in Stadia, y'all. And I know you get tired of hearing it. I know some people like Storm, man. You just be tripping, bro. Shut up, man. And it's all good, but go ahead. Man.
Let me do something while you talk about that. So hold on a second, because I want to see. Hold on a second. I want to see. Him
look how many people don't know about it. 51 likes, 9 retweets. This is the stuff right here that, like I said, you got to, if you want to find some stuff, it's out there, but you got to find it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things when we get on here and start doing a podcast that we have found. That's what makes us say the things we say, do the things we do.
Wait, hold on a second.
There's more. Go ahead, Red. There's more. Though.
No, I had to get the correct spelling. Hold on a second, because I'm looking for it on Instagram. There he is. Got the blue check.
All right. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna put up one more. Let me put up one more, right? One more. You know, and there's more, but I just want to put this up. Wired Insider. You probably heard of Wired magazine or whatever. You know, also another one of those. Video games are more immersive, more realistic, have deeper engagement, and even less friction. And now you can pop up at Google Stadia on the go for a great experience with AT&T 5G. Now, this is a paid partnership, of course. So they're going to be putting those monies out there, right? They closed SGE. They have much more money when it comes to Stadia and stuff like that to put elsewhere to drive this initiative to get more developers on board, to get more gamers on board. And then they can go out and roll out a future, if they wanted to, a future exclusive program again later on down the road. They could always do that. It's Google. They could do what they want to do down the road, but I don't think that's going to be the case because they wouldn't have made that decision, in my opinion, to shut SG&E down in the first place. But I love what they're doing right now, man. Like I said, SG&E, we wait 5 games for exclusives that may not do that well. You know what I'm saying? Or we get more moves like this right here to get more players on board, more games on board. What do y'all think? What do you think, Red? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on his Instagram. He doesn't have any videos up on it right now, but I assume that that's going to change. But I mean, the guys up there, he's got pictures of Wesley Snipes, Mike Epps and stuff like that. He's an actor himself, and you know, he's doing some things out here, you know. And so let's see how many followers he's got on.
Look at his gameplay though, y'all. I mean, look at her gameplay right now. That's 5G gameplay. You see how smooth and fast that is? It looks like Destiny 2, the beginning of Destiny 2.
He's got 364,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you know, combine that with 130,000 on Twitter. I mean, guys out here doing stuff. So, but I assume that those videos are going to come down the line. But the whole thing is they're reaching out to people. They're working with look. Let's just put this all in perspective, okay? This is what they're doing. This is what Google Stadia is doing right now, the Stadia team. One, they're working with developers and partners, you know, their third-party developers and stuff like that to help make gaming easier to bring to Stadia. They have incentives and all of that stuff in place to make that, in a streamlined reporting process and certification process, right? They're working with internet service providers to help optimize their services for Stadia users, right? They're helping them to optimize their system and all of that stuff. That's another thing that they're doing. Then they're working with consumer electronics providers and all of that stuff to help get the Stadia app on, by default on these different platforms, including their own, like, Chromebooks and stuff like that, right? You can find it on phones, ROG phones. Later down the line, you're going to be able to find it on TVs from LG, possibly Sony, I think, and all of this stuff. They have access with, Google, with Android TV, NVIDIA Shield, Roku, all that stuff, or whatever it is, I think. TCL TVs, all that stuff is there, right? And they're working with, and they have those people partnering with, phone companies and also stuff like T-Mobile, like British Telecom, Verizon, now AT&T, all this stuff to help promote the platform. And they're incentivizing developers to promote it as well. Right. So what is all of this for? This is all so that more people can discover the platform and use it. And so that they can make money and developers make money, consumers get what they want, and all this stuff is to make, to get more games over here so people can play. I mean, I don't understand how people are not seeing this. They're working with ISP providers and, ISPs, internet service providers to help optimize the internet. Nobody's talking about that. Like, I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Right?
Well, there's definitely some,
but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I can name like 10 of them right off the top that's in the community.
Good. Because that's important. But I haven't seen it and I haven't seen it not in a level where I think it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That people are talking about it as an important thing that it is, as the important thing that it is. This should be something that they use to counter the narratives that people are trying to put forth. And that part, I don't see people using any of this information. So when we put this out there, I sit there and say, hey, well, they're doing this. Oh, you capping. You just lying. You don't. Like, dude, I'm telling you straight from the source that this is the stuff they're putting out. This is what they're doing. Right. So, it's like I don't see the credit given to them for that within the community to a larger scale that I think it should be, and I don't see it talked about in ways that helps to push back against these false narratives that's put out about it. And that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad that that's happening because a lot of misinformation is just being allowed to proliferate, and it shouldn't be that way.
You're absolutely right.
It shouldn't be that way.
You're absolutely right, bro. But you know what I was right on?
What was that?
It seems like I was right on this SteamDeck, man, and we're about to pull that up, man. Let me just share my screen and let me flip this banner real quick first. We're gonna talk about the SteamDeck, y'all. Wait.
We got to go back.
What's up? Go ahead.
Ellen Just Returns came up, popped up and asked a question, and
okay, hold on.
This is the thing one of the things I'll be talking about, and it says. He says, what if Stadia let you download a PC version of the game? Netflix and Spotify let you download stream. So does Game Pass. Okay. Well, the thing is, let's try to get the short version of it because that's why I didn't want to go into it because I knew what you were going to say. The thing is, that would defeat the purpose of what Stadia is about. It's about no downloads. It's about not having to deal with managing hard drive space. It's about not having to deal with any of that stuff. Why? Because you always have access to your stuff. Some offline access prevents you from having that. Stadia is not about offline access. You know, it's like I don't understand how people. I don't understand how not. This is not aimed at the comment. This is just a general thing because it's not something it's something I've seen people say before, right? It's like a lot of people want Stadia to do something that would be deleterious. Look it up to what their mission is, right? They want them to do something that is completely opposite of what they're doing. It's like, look, if you want to download games and manage hard drive space, I don't know why. More power to you, but the game is still going to have an online aspect to it. Why? Because all games have an online aspect, and they don't run like that without internet access. So putting everything in the cloud allows you to not have to worry about that, because then what you're going to have to do if you download it, you're going to have to worry about patches and downloading the patches. You got to worry about downloading the updates and all that stuff. And that shit takes time, which is the reason why Stadia exists in the first place, because it's more convenient to not have to worry about that shit and just push the button and play your game, and it's automatically updated for you.
Well, we already knew that, so we don't even have to jump that far into it because we only got a few minutes.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
and that's what I'm saying. Of course, you're absolutely right. But yeah, I mean, we don't need everything to be similar. Netflix might offer that. You know what I'm saying? Netflix is about to drop. They might be the Netflix of games. I'm sure they are going to be.
Netflix is going to be the Netflix of games.
Yeah, they're going to be the Netflix of games. So they might do all that, offer that. I think it's a good thing to do some of that stuff, to offer downloads like PlayStation Now, and it can't hurt. It can't hurt anything. But I don't think that's where Stadia is going. I think they're trying to get away from all that.
That's not what they're going for. We know that from the beginning.
Yeah, so SteamDeck, real quick, in a nutshell, man, y'all heard enough buzz about it right now. I'm not going to go through all the specs and everything during this show because we don't have time. But what we do have time to do is think about the fact that some people are out there on social media, they're hype about the fact that they could play whatever they want to play, Stadia, xCloud, GeForce Now, Luna, Shadow, whatever they want to play on this device, man, because it is a PC on the go. It's like a mobile PC, a handheld PC, man. And you see, for all of my viewers that watch my live streams and stuff, you might have heard me mention something like fast as resume or FAR for Stadia. Like, it's me jokingly saying that Stadia resumes instantly. If you get kicked out of a game or whatever, you can come back in. If your browser crashes or whatever, you come back in, and it instantly picks up.
To do that.
And it instantly picks up. Yeah, you got 15 minutes though. Yeah, and it instantly picks up where you left off. Right, it's a lifesaver because I was in the game of Madden, a ranked match, jump right back into that ranked match. You can't do that anywhere else on the earth that I could think of. Right. So fast suspend, resume, I thought was funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that I said, joking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So right now, like, it seems like a lot of people are realizing that they could use this thing for more than just whatever. They could use it for hundreds of reasons, like almost an infinite amount of reasons. The same reasons you can use your PC for, you might be able to use this damn device for, right? And starting at $399, that's why it's generated a lot of buzz. Now, it got me thinking, yeah, man, of course, I could see myself trying to do whatever I do on my PC when I'm away from my room, stream Stadia and everything else I want to stream, watch YouTube video, whatever I want to. There's a use case for it. And it seems like a lot of people agree. Rad, what's your thoughts on it real quick? And then we can move on, man.
SteamDeck looks promising.
Yeah.
It looks promising. I can tell you that much. It may not be something that I would put money into, but I can see the potential for it. Hold on 1 second.
Yep. Gotcha. But I mean, look at that thing. Look at it though. Of course, it's Switch like and all that stuff, but Switch failed to offer people 4K. Now this thing is only going to be doing 720p undocked or whatever, but they're gonna have a dock and you're gonna be able to do up to 8K desktop resolution and stuff, up to 8K, man, and 4K 120 and all that stuff. So it's crazy what this thing might be able to do. Like, people might be able to stream right from it and all that good stuff.
The dock thing is interesting to me. That option is interesting. I like that they have that option for people, But see, the thing is, like, for me, I don't buy games on Steam. I don't have, because I don't have a PC like that. So going to Steam was just never really an option for me. And it's not going to be an option. But for those that have it, that's huge for them. That is huge. And, for PC guys, I'm really excited for them to be able to do that, and I guess they can access GFN through that now, through that too.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure how that would work, But whatever, you know what I'm
I
saying?
can see it.
Because
I
you know,
easily.
see the thing is, it's like, okay, if you have your GFN library, you got to wait for a rig, you got to wait for to log in, you have to wait for this, you have to wait for that, wait in queues and stuff like that. But with the Steam Deck, you could just access your Steam games right then and there and play them. So will people be willing to wait to play it on GF to use that to play it on GFN for the Steam games when they could just open up Steam in there and play them directly?
Good question.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you have with GFN. I can see that being an issue, and you can access Epic and stuff like that from there too. I can see this being an issue for GFN down the line at some point. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a GFN killer. I'm just saying that this is going to be interesting to see how that part works out, because that's what GFN does. It just allows you to use whatever you have, I guess, to access your Steam games, your Epic games, and other PC games from people that's supporting, that's on board with GFN to play your games in the cloud. But if you have a handheld device already, that allows you to access your Steam games directly, then that's not entirely true. Anyway, I can see this being a little bit of a sticker point for GFN users when they go to try to use it, and then have to wait through this process and whatnot, especially like on the free tier where you have limited play times, so like an hour, and you have to wait in the queues and all of that stuff. I can see that being a little bit of an issue for them trying to access their Steam games that way, through Steam Deck, when you could just play your games directly through Steam from the handheld device. You feel me? So I don't know. I'm just interested to see how that's going to play out. Otherwise, I have no real dog in the fight or no interest in it.
I hear that. And then the last topic we have, y'all, for the day, then I got to get ready to take a break because it's YMYOG, Yang Meets Yang of Gaming podcast with Snow Bunny Gaming and Rome Rush and myself coming up at 2:00 today, unless something changes.
Before you do that, because Ken Reed says something that's so true. It's like the thing with Steam Deck and Stadia is that it has a browser on it, so you can go to stadia.com and play your games through Stadia on there. So that could be an option. It does offer something to Stadia players, because as long as it has a web browser, they have the progressive web app. You can use Stadia. So that's all you're doing is if you playing Stadia through the web browser, which is how they do it anyway. On when you're talking about a handheld, when you talk about doing it on PC. So yeah, people are gonna use this to play Stadia. How many people will do that? I don't know, but there are gonna be people that will. So that's actually a pretty cool thing too. Especially with the dock option, and you can just do it on a nice monitor or something like that. I can see the possibilities for that. I'm just worried about how this is going to impact GFN. Actually, even though I don't use it like that, I'm still kind of interested to see how that's gonna play out for it.
Man, if anything could be streamed, like if you have a dock or whatever, what do those docks allow for Ethernet connectivity, and people have it set up somewhere in their bedroom, for example, that they don't want to bring their laptop, or they may not have a laptop. So some of this stuff might be like at $399, the price point to do some of the things that you're going to be able to do. It's cool, right? Somebody could get a laptop. Laptops are bigger than these handheld devices. That's why the Switch is so appealing. Can you imagine the Switch was a laptop, for example? So this is what I'm trying to get people to think about, right? It's just more flexibility and portability. This thing is going to be able to do thousands of things that other devices can't do.
Exactly. And it's just another endpoint. While they're saying it offers nothing new to Stadia players, actually it does. It does. It's a handheld PC that you can take along with you. You don't have to use your phone for that. It's just an option. It's an option
Right,
that it's in what does Stadia say in the keynote or during that whole presentation, they have 100 million contact points that's out there currently. The Steam Deck thing is just another one that's gonna be there because you better believe people are
your phone is not gonna have Excel and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Different things that you can install, like mods for your PC games and stuff, man. This is why this device
about offering anything new. It's about offering another way to do it.
Yeah, a lot of people are not understanding that part right now, but it's cool though. It's cool. That's why Steam they're gonna hammer it home before this thing gets really out there, and hopefully they can do what they gotta do.
People are gonna use this thing in so many different ways. I'm interested to see how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's just another device, man. You can see doing major things, I think, in my opinion. So with that being said, y'all, the Rainbow Six Extraction and Riders Republic has been delayed. What does it mean to you, Red? Because to me, it doesn't bother me at all because games normally get delayed.
Stadia's not missing the boat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stadia's completely just fine. I'm sorry, Storm. I know you want to get to this Rainbow Six Extraction, but it's trying to get to that point where it's like derailing, and I'm not about to do that. It's like, stop. Okay.
No, you don't have to derail it. Well, derail it for what? Games get delayed all the time. That's
no. I'm talking about this conversation that's happening in the chat, and I'm like, it's not. Look, if you want to, have downloads and stuff like that, that's fine. But again, as we said before, that's not what Stadia is about. So that's not an issue that needs to be discussed. Moving on, Rainbow Six Extraction and Riders Republic is delayed. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of on the fence about the Riders Republic part of it, but the Extraction part I'm okay with, because if they need to get it, need a little bit more time to get it optimized and up to speed and everything, where they feel they're comfortable with it, take as much time as you need. But that Riders Republic was supposed to come out in February. That was supposed to come out in February, and it's getting pushed back again. It got pushed back to September. Now it's getting pushed back to October. It's like, come on, man. Get the game together already and get it ready. Let's make this thing happen, But I don't know. I'm just excited to play that game, So that was
right.
A huge
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, my dog.
That was
we gotta make sure. Yeah, we gotta make sure we wrap it up.
Go ahead.
I hear you. No, I hear you, man. We're pressed for time, y'all. We're pressed for time. But hey, that's what happens when we get engaged in conversations like this right here on the Revolutionary Storm. It happens every week. But I definitely got to take me a break before I go live again. So check this out, y'all. We appreciate everybody for stopping through. It was a hell of a conversation, Rev. This is what we do on a regular basis. Next week, you can find us on the Stadia Revolution channel. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're thinking about.
Exactly.
I mean, it's only a red button, like I always say. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's a red button. I mean, be engaged in the conversations. Don't ever feel like you have to shy away from giving your honest take on things. Come on in, share your opinions. You know what I mean?
We like that.
Everybody may not agree, but it's all good, man. That's why we need to have these conversations. If it was all Stadia is the best in the world all the damn time, I would get sick of it and probably just leave Stadia alone. That's how I feel about it. So we need to have this balance of people coming in, and maybe some people are being informed and educated as they come in. I know sometimes it happens with me. So, this is what we like to do, man. We don't run away from the tough questions and all that good stuff. We bring our opinion. They're just our opinion. As you can see in the description of the show, this is our take and ours alone. This is what we do here. So, Rev, anything you want to say, man? Where can the people find you and all that good stuff?
Well, last thing I want to say is that, we have to get away from this idea of wanting, of thinking that we know better than the people that's actually out here putting the feet on the ground and that's actually doing the work, right? We're the ones just talking about the work that they're doing. We don't know what's going on. Again, as I always say, we're not in the boardroom. We're not in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? We're not even in the break room, So let's calm down with the whole what they need to do conversation and just pay attention to what they're doing. Now, you can find me on Twitter at sfounder2019. I am there. I'm always down for a conversation. Y'all could, you could tweet me or you can inbox me and we can talk about whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I wish more people would do that because then, they wouldn't have to block me. But anyway, so you can also I drop my link to my channel. We're going to be on the show. We're going to be on my channel next week. So go ahead and subscribe. Watch some of the other videos that's on there already. Drop a like on those if you want to. And that's all. That's all I got.
There it is. So, all right, but hey, people, we appreciate.
I ain't in the bathroom. I wish.
We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all today. This is a hell of a show. I mean, like, tell people about it. And until next time, 3 things I need y'all to do is keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming. Next week, episode 11, Stadia Revolutions channel, y'all. Be there for it all. Follow us on Twitter because that's where we spend most of the time. Until next one, peace.
I holla at y'all.
And this is where we cue the music that we don't have. It's all good, though, y'all.
It's being worked on, though.
I know that's right. All right,
so it's
peace.
coming.